First pickup of the day made already. Couple of Nerf guns, tons of bullets for £3. Ian, the master of pieces part-time eBay reseller. My goal is to make an extra £500 profit per month. I go to the charity shops, try and find bits to resell on eBay. Great example here. So today, let's hit the shops. Let's see if we can find some bits to sell, or even better, some bits to add to my collection. And wow, look at this, something straight for the collection. This is Manta Force, Red Venom, made by Bluebird, 1987. Yes, it's got a couple of pieces missing, but there are a couple of pilots in there. One of the little rockets is missing there. Oh, look at that in there, look. These are like little shuttles. Those little pods, they've got little men in as well. That is really cool.
And Daddy.
Yep, a gun on the top. Yeah, there's a couple of bits missing, a couple of bits snapped off. But what a find. What a start to the day. We love having a rummage through all of these little toys. Because sometimes you stumble across some gems. What's that? Brooder, always a great make to look out for. Nice rubber horse, reasonable condition. Yeah, we'll get that.
Huh.
You're looking dangerous with that one. Now, if that doesn't scream late 80s, I don't know what does. Challenger. Made by Wanda. Looks like it needs batteries. It lights up at the end. And after a bit of research, it looks like it's got a recoil function as well. Last one sold for about £20 with the box before Christmas. I just like the look of it. Love the colours. £2, we're getting it. And that's your first find of the day.
Yes. And this and this.
Jeez. You love the look of that, don't you?
I just need to get it out. I just need to. And Daddy.
It's huge though. What is it? £4. This is the Paw Patrol 2-in-1 play set. You're looking at about 20 plus posters, something like that, but storage space in the garage is at a premium at the minute, and that is going to take up some real estate. So even though there's a bit of profit there, we will leave that for the time being. Nice find though. These are quite interesting here, look. Some Walt Disney World back scratchers, only £2 each.
I never expected this dragon.
Hang on a minute, we'll just cut you there, cuz what have we got? Who's it by? Can you see who it's by? Can't see any markings on him. I think we'll put that one back. Back to these. £2 each. Looking at sold listings, you might get £5-6 plus postage each. But the sell-through rate isn't particularly brilliant, so we'll leave those. Just perched on top of the shoes. Look at this. Canon EOS Rebel G. £5, sold as seen. But even selling spares and repairs, it's got to be worth more than a £5 surely. Sometimes it's not always about buying stuff to resell. Check out these. Nike Zoom Air. Stefan Janoski on the label there. They're my size 9. So yes, £20, but I will be wearing these and getting some use out of them. And you don't see too many of this style listed up on eBay. Gum sole, camo pattern. There's one guy selling them in Hungary for £80. Well, that's what he's trying to get for them. But I'll be buying these to use myself, and then I'll probably sell them on after. Even if I don't make much money on them, I'll make my money back. Remember the rule, if it's MB Games and they've got terrible haircuts on the box, always look it up. Downfall is an absolute classic. I've sold one of these recently for £25. Things to check for on this one. Firstly, are all the counters in there? There should be 4 sets of 5. This one's got red, green, yellow and orange there. Second thing to check, are these still intact? These snap off really easily. This one cost us £4. Now peeping out of the shelf there, that's Snowy off Tintin. Tintin label on the back. Hergé Moulin's art. He's cute, isn't he? We can't leave him in the shop. He's only £1.50, he's coming in with us. Bag of Lego here for £4.50. It's got the instructions, you can see 41054, that's Rapunzel's Tower. Didn't know that off the top of my head, I had to Google it. But I've opened it, there's no minifigures in here. There's lots of smaller pieces missing. It's going to be a lot of effort sorting that out. And I've already got an absolute ton of Lego for my sons to go through already, so we'll leave it. Yeah, we'll leave it. Here's a little find, right in plain sight. Leapfrog Leap Reader pen. £2.50. Comes with a couple of books. I mean, even if it didn't come with a couple of books, that pen is well worth the £2.50. Get that one. Here's an interesting one. Look at this. Mahjong. MS Mahjong. 144 wooden pieces. I'm not going to count them in the shop. Soles look about 10, 11 plus postage. £2. We'll get a nice bit of variety on the store and a bit of profit too. And this is an interesting one too. Look at this. Little Big Planet carton. £2. But what's special about this one is this is the special edition. Should have a clear plastic box that goes around it and should have some inserts there. I mean, the game's in there at least. The special edition one is quite valuable. It's pretty rare. But with so many bits missing, I don't know how this one would go. I'm going to get it. It's only £2. And that is a cool cover, eh? What are you reading down there? Finding more comic books, are you?
Oh, Daddy, oh.
Oh, well, actually, while we're down here, I've seen there's the set of 3 Lord of the Rings books. I always pick these up whenever I see them. They're only £1 each. I'll sell them off as a 3. Lovely cover art, not particularly old, but well kept. They should go pretty well. Look what I've found hanging up in the t-shirts. Size large, Brains Brewery,
Daddy.
Wales jersey. £5. Perfect for the Six Nations.
And Daddy.
What are we on the lookout for?
Resell.
What have we found there?
Resell.
Check him out. Cute squishmallow, isn't he? $2.99. We'll get that one. Show us those. Let's have a look. And we also come across a couple more Jellycats. There's the logo, a bit faded, but we got a nice Jellycat bunny and a Jellycat monkey.
We have both.
Those ones are $1.49 each.
And it's fluffy.
And this is where I've got to give a shout out to Connor, the Welsh poker picker. Remember, I did that swap and he gave me that bag of bits. In there was a Pusheen cat. Never heard of him, but it stuck with me because when I looked at solds, they were pretty good. And look what we found. A Pusheen donut cat. Look at this Furby spinning in the shop window. An absolute grail piece. What's the price? £25. That is not too bad, you know. That is not too bad at all. We're going to go in and get him. I mean, you've got to take a bit of a risk. Might not work. But for £25,
It is working.
we got to get that.
What?
So we got the guy to test him in the shop. Tested and working.
Hello?
So a really good day out in the charity shops. Found lots of different pieces, most of them to resell on eBay, but most importantly, 2 grail items to go into the collection. And the first one was in the second charity shop. This Mantiforce Red Venom. Yes, it's dusty. Yes, there's a few bits broken off it. It's not complete, but it's still got that eye appeal, hasn't it? And this is going to go nicely next to my childhood favourite, the Black Barracuda Mantiforce. This was from 1989. Near complete. I am missing one of the missiles there. But as a pairing, facing off against each other, they look pretty sweet, don't they? And the second item was the last pickup of the day. And from 2005 is this Furby here. Not necessarily something you think that I'd be looking out for, judging on the stuff that I've been collecting. But I found one of these in the past and sold it and regretted it ever since. They are sought after, the 2005 ones. This is one of the lower end ones. Resale value, £60, something like that. If you can find some of the more unique and rare colours, you can be looking £100, £120 plus, something like that. So I do need to find a little space in my collection for this Furby. So, great day in the shops. That's why I go out charity shopping, because you never know what you're going to find. Right, let's run through some eBay sales. So this weekend, I've sold over £300 worth of items on eBay. It's one of my best weekends I've had, certainly for a long, long time. That money is spread over lots of different items and lots of different types of items, all at different price points as well. The first sale, right, I'm actually wearing it here. Size large, this is a super dry polyester puffer coat. Now, I paid £10 for this in the charity shop. Felt like I was paying up a little bit, but checking sold listings, this style of coat sells pretty quickly and sells for decent money. This one sold for £30 plus postage. Next up, and I've mentioned this brand a few times, what we've got is Handmade by England Merry Thought. This lion I picked up for a couple of quid in the charity shop. He's gone for £20 all in. Next up, we've got a Frights Camera Action Claudine Wolf Monster High Doll. This isn't the clothing she should come with, but this is how I found her in the charity shop. This took a lot of research to find out which set this doll was from. I was looking at the different colours of her hair, different colour eyeshadow, eventually found the right one, sold within a week, £10 plus postage. Beavertown Bones Lager Glass. Bought 5 of these, I've now only got 2 left. They've been selling for about £10 all in. Remember that Technics Hi-Fi stack I picked up? Well, I sold the remote control for it. That's gone for 25 quid all in. But I also sold 2 pairs of leads. Now these connect the power in and out between the different stack systems. Those have gone for 20 quid all in. I bet you're sick of me showing you these. Another 2 Mbappe cards have gone, £5 each. And because I've had a lot of luck with the Match Attacks cards, I wanted to keep the momentum going. So I listed a load of these Pro Elite Shield from the same Match Attack set there. Sold 5 of them, all to the same buyer, 25 quid all in. A nice book set here. These are the Spiderwick Chronicles. Come in a well-presented collector's case. They would display really well on a shelf, actually, wouldn't they? They've gone for £12.50 plus postage. The collector's box certainly has added a few quid onto that. Octonauts. Keep an eye out for your Octonauts toys. We've got the Gup E and the Gup D here. Incomplete. They should come with lots of different accessories, but they do have a few figures in there. Paid £1 each in the charity shop. Those have gone for 20 quid all in as a pair. Pair of Adidas Galetto AstroTurf boots, UK size 10. There is always a market just for the plainer colour traditional boot. I picked these up last Wednesday for 2 quid in the charity shop. They've gone for £21 all in. While on the theme of shoes, this pair of UK size 4 black high top Converses, they've gone for just under 30 quid all in. Paid 4 quid in the charity shop. Did have to give them a bit of a clean up, but it was well worth the additional effort. A couple of PlayStation 1 games to show you now. Mickey's Wild Adventure Platinum, that's gone for 6 quid all in. Box is absolutely mangled, but all complete inside. And I picked this one up last Wednesday. Die Hard Trilogy. Had a lot of comments about this. Very popular game back in the day. This had some of the original cheats. Someone had written them down on a piece of paper and left them in. So I've included that as well. £6.50 all in. I forgot how popular some of the Lego Dimensions sets are. What we've got here are 2 different Doctor Who sets. The first pack included a Dalek and a Cyberman. The second pack included Doctor Who, K9 and a TARDIS. That comes to 13 quid all in the charity shop. That sold for just over £40. And finally this weekend I sold the Scalextrics cars that my son found last week. We brought these home, tested them on the track, and by some miracle they all work. Firstly, this James Bond Range Rover sold for 25 quid all in. That's at the very lower end of this type of Scalextrics car, but there's a huge scratch on the top there, missing its wing mirrors, not in the best condition. You've got to remember, we only paid 40p each for these. And then a different buyer got in touch with me about buying this Lotus and this Lamborghini. Similar condition to that Range Rover, really. This one's got the spoiler snapped off. None of them have got the wing mirrors, really scratched. We come to a deal. They've gone for £22 all in for the pair. So sales Monday and Tuesday have dropped off significantly from the weekend. I've only sold 6 things. So from the highs of a £300 weekend, I'm not going to say the lows, because this is more like what it should be. Remember, I only want £15 to £20 average profit per day to hit my £500 to £600 profit per month. And I've achieved that by selling these 6 items. Let me show you. First sale, I sold this Revel Stealth Fighter. I picked this up at the boot sale last summer. Brand new and sealed, although the box is a little bit ratty. 8 quid all in. Next up, I only paid 50p for this at the charity shop. Nathan Drake Uncharted Collection for the PlayStation 4. The disc here is in great condition. I don't know if that's ever been played. The original receipt was in that. They paid the full 45 quid when it was brand new. Sold for a tenner. And on the theme of games, I've sold a PlayStation 1 game. This is Porsche Challenge Platinum Edition. Picked this up last Wednesday, 99p. Does have the manual. The box has got a massive crack across there. But all complete, £6.55. This one I thought would do a lot better than it would. It's by a company called The Puppet Company, and keep an eye out for that. This tree with 4 puppets inside has gone for £12.50 all in. I didn't check the condition of the puppets inside. There's lots of birds in here and they're all quite delicate, and a lot of the legs have actually come away. That has really hampered the price of this. It's not going to put me off looking at Puppet Company in the future, but I was hoping I would have done better. I'm keeping the momentum going with those match attack card sales. I've now listed up all of the shield cards. These 2 have sold, different buyers, £5 each. Now this is a cool board game. Look at the artwork on it. It's called Gotcha and it's by Peter Pan at the top there. It's one of those Pop-O-Matic games, you know, when you get the clear dome in the middle with the dice inside. I've had this for absolutely ages. It's hung around for ages. It's sold for just under £15 all in. And the final sale, I've sold another piece of that Technics hi-fi equipment. This is a stereo synthesizer tuner, and I've got the little radio antenna there. This one has gone for just under £25 all in. And this one sale alone, after fees, after postage, this covers my £15 to £20 profit that I needed for today. So guys, really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like and hit that subscribe. Shout out to Nath T, first commenter last video, and that's his 2nd time being the first commenter. So he is out in the lead. Keep an eye out on those YouTube shorts. I'm trying to do one every day. Next video, not sure if I'll do one on the weekend. I do need to button back a bit on the sourcing. The death pile is starting to slowly build up. I need to catch up on some listing, but there will definitely be one next Wednesday. We'll head out, try and find some more bits for the collection and more bits to resell on eBay. Catch you then.